Hey man, say man.
Hey man, you know what I mean?
Back episode 2, Labtalk.
Labtalk.
Hey,
man.
the energy been amazing already, man. Behind the scenes has been crazy.
I'm gonna openly say this. Hey, you know,
Alex,
hey, we lit.
Mr. Born2Compete, man, you know what I'm saying? Energy different. You know what I mean? Like, hey, this shit been going crazy already.
My boy,
it took so much to get it.
Hold
It took so much to get it.
Hey, hold on, before we get started, I ain't gonna get in trouble for like my TV stuff and nothing like that, right?
I'm good.
Yeah.
So we good today?
Yes, we
great.
great.
We good?
We are great, sir.
So you saying I can talk how I really want to talk?
We got time today.
Are y'all sure about
We
that?
100%.
We got time today.
You said we got time, bro. We got time, sir.
Hey, so introduce yourself, man.
Quay Mac,
A lot of folks know who you are.
Cause you one of the ones that said you know who he was.
And I feel like
right?
I ruffled some feathers.
You did,
Hey, so
why you like young?
yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, end of the day, bro, we grown.
It's
I
all
want to
love,
ruffle feathers. I want to have fun,
Yeah,
but I
it's
also
all
want to know
love.
who you are. Cause like, I was one of those cats. Like, I'm not from Atlanta.
Yeah.
So everybody don't know me.
Get
You
them
feel
folks
me?
your rundown.
So I need folk to know who I am. So I'm gonna tell them.
Tell them that
and
came.
I'm always gonna tell them who I
us
am.
who came through Trey.
Who Quay?
Tulish.
Who
Talk
Quay
to
Trey?
us, man.
My top dog is Darren Wiley. I'm sure everybody know that. But I trained Javon and Ricky and them early. Zaire.
Who's Javon? Who's Ricky?
Javon Baker, Ricky White,
Okay.
Zaire Thornton,
Okay.
Jordan Cox. When Jordan Cox lit up that Colquitt team that everybody thought was the sweetest defense,
Like
lit they ass up in the state championship.
Okay.
Pop Smoke, the running back, that's at Southern Illinois.
What about right now, man? With the big college, high school football going on right now in Georgia. Who you got, man? Tell me somebody. Man.
I've
Give me
had
a
the
big name.
nine since the 8th grade, since my boy Alex put him on the scene. I took him on the bus tour as an 8th grader, and ever since then, he told me he wanted to train with me, so we've been training.
So what makes him different? Like, what makes him?
What makes the nylon different?
Yeah.
The nylon knows he's a dog, but he trains like no one knows him.
Okay.
And that's the side, like, no matter if he going to see me, if he going to go Spence with Triple H tackling, the nylon going to train like nobody in the world knows who he is, but he knows nobody wants to see him man to man for 4 quarters.
So
and there's not a single DB in America who want to see him for 4 quarters.
So let me ask you a question, man. One of the biggest things that we wanted to do with this show is in this platform, man, is to, you know, reintroduce some of you guys, man, and put you guys out there the way that you really need to, you know, because we appreciate what you guys are doing for these kids, man. But why my boy RouteMaster Quay ain't big as everybody else, man? Why you not as big as everybody else, man? And do you want to be as big as the rest of them guys? Like, what's your purpose? What you
I feel like I stay in my lane. I help kids. Even when I was with Derek Tatum and Elite Talent, been helping kids is not the fact that I gotta put my name on the kid. I've worked with plenty of kids. I could literally go through and write a whole list of them, and I'm not gonna put my name. The only person I'm gonna put my name on is Darren, because I got him ready for his pro day. I got him ready for the combine. And the last 2 years, he's the #1 tight end as far as contested catches, yards after catch. And if we want to talk about all receiving categories, he's top 10. I'm the only probably trainer in the state with a top 10 receiver in the league of all categories.
So let me ask you this.
And we can check the Carfax like you like to say on there.
We always say Carfax. You always say Carfax. But as a former Pro Bowler, a former league cat, all of that, does having one player in the league differentiate you from somebody else? Like, is it a development like level that we got to get to? Like, can I say I have one in middle school? Can I have one in high school? Can I have one in college? Can I have one in pro? Like,
I like working with the younger cats.
Okay.
Because now you know you actually got to get in there, teach, coach, and show them. So it's not like a 7th, 8th grader going to be able to just, hey, do this. You got to show them how to do it. You got to actually do the drill probably 3-4 times for them to pick up on it. So I like going for the middle school kids. I don't really like going for kids who've already blown up and already got this big hype behind them. I want to go find them 7th or 8th graders, 6th graders.
I'm a DB.
Okay.
What are you telling that guy versus press man coverage? How you telling him to beat me?
We're going to go speed release until you stop.
All right.
And
so what if I take away the speed release?
Now we're going to come back to either a slip. If we know we can bully you, we're gonna bully your ass inside release. We're gonna show you outside.
So I'm a little green.
That's cool.
So I need to see.
I'm teaching if we saying balls here, we're gonna step here and make you come back here. We're gonna get your hands on right now.
So
and
you
the biggest
attack elbow?
So I'm teaching them grab wrist to elbow, and we either pulling here or we pushing you up. So either now we gonna yank you out the way, or we gonna pop his shoulder out of place. Nice. Or like with Deny Line, my favorite release for him is if boom, we here, Deny Line gonna come straight off and just throw your ass out the way and we bullying you.
So,
or is it snatch and pull?
Let me ask you this, because
yes, sir.
I know that a lot of receivers are taught if Wade is in heels, you bully release, which you trying. But if Wade is in the ball of my feet, are you still trying it, or do you have a counter?
So boom.
Because you know, like boxing, right?
Yeah, you gotta always have your counter.
If I step back, you know
what I mean? What I'm always teaching my guys is if we get to this hip, now we can always pull through when we gone.
Okay.
Because regardless, if we get to your hip, as a DB, you're taught to open up and run. Should. So now at the top of the rock, that's gonna work for us. If we get you to open up and run, as far as digs and curves and comebacks, then now we can throw you by or push you by. Or what I like to teach is a quick jab, right to the hip. Because now, regardless of whoever it is, if you punch that hip, you're taking a step.
So what if I'm taught,
go ahead,
high for 5, and I don't allow you to get that release?
Okay.
Right? You release here, I stay square. Cool. What do you do now? What if I still stay square?
Hey, then you did your job, bro.
Cool.
It's so important. You're not gonna win all releases. So now what I tell my guys is if you know it's run plays, let's set them up because now we're gonna see how you reacted to this or you reacted to that. So now when it is that key money down, third down, or we're going for it on fourth down. Oh, I seen how he did that early in the game. I'm coming back to this.
Hey, so I love it because guess what? Smooth gonna cut a lot of this because you guys went off on a little tangent. We're talking ball. Hey, that's cute, but you gotta remember, you gotta remember why we on this show, right? Yeah. Boom, we on this show speaking about life, speaking about real life situations and getting better with certain things. That's cute. Like I said, we'll have us an NFL, game day. But what we're gonna do is we already came, man, and we're gonna come back to my boy Quay. What I love is we got two different people in situations. We got Quay who's a trainer, but let's go to the one that's been pretty much evaluating these kids and pretty much telling you the top kids coming out not just the state of Georgia, but out the country for years now. And guess what? Hey, listen, you got your major platforms like who? You got your 24/7s, you got your ESPNs, you got your goodness, man, I don't even, who else we got? Rivals, you got all these guys, but guess who they forgetting about? Alex from Born to Compete, and guess what? Alex from Born to Compete has openly, and I can openly say this, has given the youth a whole nother platform and stage, man. I'll even speak on it, and I say, even though he right here, like they say, you got to give people their roses, you know what I mean? Why they're from there when they're here? Because I'm gonna say this: when I was with the Cam Newton Foundation, from every 7-on-7 organization in the country, definitely in the state of Georgia, we come to Alex from Born to Compete. When I was with Cam, I come to Alex. Cam say, Sam, I need you to go get X, Y, Z. Guess who I do? Yes, we came to you, but the thing is, hey, guess who I'm gonna go to first? I'm gonna go to the GOAT, and Alex gonna tell me exactly who is who, what he's good for. So man, Alex, talk to us, man, a little bit on how you got to this platform, that stage, man, and why you do it. And again, man, transparent. Why didn't you go to these other competitors? Because I know that's a tricky piece because, boom, it puts you in a position where you were able to get, television deals, this and that. So what I looked at it from is Alex said, I'm gonna bet on myself. That's what I took.
I did. I mean, just like you guys, man, I played football in college, right? Had a good time. Came out of college, man, just tried to figure something out, right? So for me, it was Born to Compete. I was able to get it going. We had some success, and then we kept hitting on players, right? I mean, as they have an old term, real recognize real. Yeah. That's all day, every day. A player recognizes a player all day, every day. And so for me, it was easy.
But how are you able to differentiate it? Because Alex, what you do is, and I don't see these other major platforms do is from Rivals and 24/7 ESPN. It's cute. That's my word out here. It's cute, they evaluate high school kids, but Alex, you evaluating kids down here, man, from the 3rd grade, telling me he's gonna be a dog when he gets to the college, collegiate, and professional level. And you have given me that time after time consistently. Talk to us,
here's the deal, right? I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. So we're doing some stuff, name drop. I like how he does it though. We're doing something with Deion Sanders, right? This is wild. This is a long time ago when he went to the Hall of Fame. And so I kept trying to interview Deion. I'm like, yo, what's up, D? Like, you tripping, man? Come on, we on this trip, we going to the Hall of Fame, all this kind of stuff, right? And he sat me down. He was like, look, you keep trying to get with me, but you need to focus on everybody else. And once he gave me the game like that, he says, you need to figure out a formula how to evaluate the kids. And once he gave me that and I figured it out, then I never looked back.
So what's the formula?
I can't get it.
He can't get it. He ain't gonna get it.
Chick-fil-A don't get
No, but they gonna give you the sauce.
Hey, but why we talking about Chick-fil-A? It's a lot like trying to compare other folks' little situations to Tatum. That's like Chick-fil-A and Chris with putting kids into college, bro. Cause Tatum like Ruth Chris and other folks are like Chick-fil-A drive-through. Like it ain't the same, bro.
I wanna hear this.
I can't give you everything, but what I can say is this. When we know, we know. I'm gonna give you a prime example. When we saw JQ, kid we worked with, and we went to Georgia, we did our college trip to Georgia, and Hustle League had their 15U team, a couple of those kids there. Yeah. I told them, you're going to lose. It was a fact of life. I told them, I said, y'all can either come over here with us, at Camden for the 15U that I'm building. I said, either you can do that, or you will play and you will lose. Because I knew what we had. Nobody knew about JQ as far as popularity at that time. But I knew you're talking about a long corner that's aggressive with the press, right? That doesn't commit a lot of penalties at that time. And he can cover ground, great hips, cover ground. He can stay in your hip pocket. Here's the deal. Whenever, again, I play receiver, he played receiver as well, he played corner. Whenever you're on a receiver that tight, it makes him uncomfortable, right? Because you're in their lanes, your hands are in their lanes, right? And so understanding that with Trevor Lawrence, the way we knew about him is, we always knew Trevor was good when he played at work, right? But it was an all-star game that we were covering. Trevor's on the opposite hash. This is 6th grade. He's on the opposite hash. He throws an out route, 10-yard out route. Understand 6th graders. He throws a 10-yard out route on a rope to the other sideline. On a rope. You don't see too many 6th graders do that. That's special, right? Of course. So you know it if you spend enough time around them in the other form of the piece that we have. If you know it and use everything that we have, you're gonna know this player is the real deal.
Understood.
Yeah. So Alex, I got another question, man, and it's gonna come back to the training aspect, right?
Okay.
So with Alex being an evaluator, do you get caught in a situation sometimes where either some of these trainers come to you to get kids to, why haven't you kind of built a system out of that? If I'm able to evaluate these kids, if I'm able to get everything about these kids from, it's even as deep as you knowing these kids' family members, mothers, fathers, aunts and uncles, to the point where they'll do whatever you need them to do. How come you didn't get into that lane of pretty much what we call it, like a handler or a cattle? Because truthfully, and again, some people get frustrated about this, but that's what they say, and I'm getting messages after the first episode. That's what some of these trainers are doing. Some of these trainers are handlers.
But you gotta understand, like, I have my success. So right? So
that was the key.
But this is real though. Like, so I played football. I ran my course. Like, I'm not going out there no more. I'm not playing. I don't want nobody hitting me. I'm not putting pads on no more. If somebody run past me too fast, I'll be like, back up off me. You know what I'm saying? I just left it look good on camera. Straight up. I left it look good. I left it look good when it's time to match happens. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, for those people, I just want to see their happiness, right? So with Trevor, right? All I'll do is text Trevor, hey, good luck with pro day. Hey, good luck. I hope you do well. This is your time. Whether he texts back or not, that's on him. You see what I'm saying? I don't care. The only thing I ask him to do is when we have our gala going on or we have something else for the kids, that you come back around.
100%.
That's all I care about. Even when we did everything with Cam. I told Cam, I told the foundation everything, this is what we want to do. We want you to give the full energy to the 15U team as you do the 18U team. And they were able to do it.
And he did it, 100%.
You see what I'm saying? So,
100%.
So for me, that's where my joy comes from, right? There's no kid out there that's gonna pay my bills, right? There's no kid out there that can reach a level that I'm gonna be like,
but it's crazy because some of these trainers, I feel like some of these trainers don't feel like that.
That's what he was talking about.
What you have to understand is some people, and I'm not saying all, but some people, this is all they have.
Yeah.
So for them, when they wake up, I gotta lock into this kid. It's the old basketball method. I gotta lock into this kid because this kid is gonna take me somewhere. And that's how that goes. But for me, and like a lot of you guys here, I don't care. Like, I do not care. Seriously. I want the kid to do well. But there's nothing a kid can do for me.
I always say this, and I continue to say this to him, and I'm gonna continue to say it again. Once we understand our level of success, then we're gonna be all right moving in the field that we in. Like we gonna make sure that every young man that we touch is comfortable moving in his success, in his level of success. Because here's the thing, everybody's not gonna be Power 5. You gotta understand that. You're gonna have some P2s, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have some Division 1 AA, like NAIA kids, like they just who they are.
That
they gonna vibe with you because your energy there, like
there's a school for every kid, what you're saying.
But that goes back to his success, what he's saying.
Let me get this one more thing. So when people ask me, like, you know, as far as training and everything like that, for me, let's say the nylon, right?
Yeah.
I'll say, hey, here are the 5 trainers that I know. You got to choose yourself.
Yeah.
But this is what I know about them. This is what they can do, and we'll go from there. For example, quarterback coaches, right? There's one quarterback coach out there that's really good with mechanics, right? There's one quarterback coach out there that knows how to handle chaos after the snap, right? And then there's another quarterback coach that's played it, so he just has that swag to him. You see what I'm saying? So all of them are different, and all of them have their pieces to them. So again, it's not for me to choose favorites. It's for me to say, hey, here's what they are. You need to go find yourself. I hope one of them relates to you.
And I think that's honestly where we at.
Yeah.
Like even in my field, like we go to talk about who trains DBs, who does this. Like I played at a high level, I did this, right? So I get this conversation all the time about how do I differentiate from this guy to the next one, right? People gonna say, hey, if Jay gonna break down the mechanics of you, he gonna be technical, he gonna get to the beginning, right? If you are a guy who's already like got some talent, some movement, you want to play ball drills, you want to work out and move all of this, OD, cool, perfect. If you know you want to still train, learn the basic mechanics, you get grind season, you get grind Atlanta, you get Pope, because like Pope my OG, like I'm always gonna talk about Pope because I rock with homie the long way, you know what I'm saying? So
why don't a lot of people talk about Tatum though? Because Tatum got a lot of youngsters
before
they
I think I'm answering that because I think this. Here's the thing. I think what people don't talk about Tatum now is because Tatum doesn't really focus on training anymore. I think Tatum has a different business model. His model is different now. So I think that now he's in the space of, okay, let me put this kid in a position to do this. Let me do X, Y, Z. Let me reach out to this college coach here, X, Y, Z. And I think that's just that. I don't think he develops anymore. And I could be wrong.
No. He has branched off as far as he don't train as much, and now he does. He's in his program, and he's in his camp. But that's what I see is a lot of people. Like I know when I first went to Tatum's camp. Tatum's camps had 400-500 kids. I know you spoke there. Eric Richards was speaking there, and it was dogs on both sides of the ball from the state. Sunday, it was only dogs from outside the state. So it's like,
and like I said,
that's not gold no more. That's not gold.
But that's
like his thing is like when you in it
was like a mini camp to me.
I'm gonna be real. When you in it, you in. That's why I told everybody. Like for me, I had past couple years, I just focused on 7th grade and 8th grade. To be real with you. I had been dealing with like the babies for a long time.
But I think, but I'm like with you saying, I'm gonna tell you what's very interesting about that though, and I think that just comes with the evolution of life. Everything that you do. Hey, the first episode when we talked about it was from me from social. You know not social, you know what I mean, to me growing. You know, check this out. So from me going from
when I came in, because that was the one thing I know when I started with Tatum, I was telling him like, yo, you don't post enough. I was the one getting him to start going live.
I feel like I was like the socialist person in the world.
Yeah, I was.
Got to doing this.
So I know as soon as I got
everybody got to say, yo, I'm the first one posting. I was doing this. But I was just like.
But I'm gonna say this though.
We might have been the first one live.
But I'm gonna say this though. It's two things.
So we was going live as soon as I got out there.
I'm gonna say this out too though, because he's gonna cut it. But y'all gotta make sure we stay on topic. Because again, because what I was gonna say is example, like what we because you get what I'm saying. But what we were saying is like elevation, right? You know, you elevate your game, and going back to it, the biggest piece is like he said, elevating your game. I was using myself, not from a social, but I was saying from a standpoint of elevation of your game can be just you in general as a person. Like sometimes you get some people are. This is just some people understand and may say this is just my lane. Like I was using with me with Cam Newton's Foundation. I was there, and at the end of the day, bro, my true role was liaison / Simeon Mr. Utility. But then what I did is I created a niche market. I got into the camera. So here's what I'm saying. I got into that camera. I started studying it. I started understanding it. And I got better at that craft and I elevated. And what I had to do is I had to remove myself from that situation. I correlate that to, like you said, Tatum. Because guess what? And it meshes to another piece. Like Alex spoke about him going from, hey, I didn't just do the babies. I focused on 7th and 8th graders. Oh, no. Some people, because I want to lead this into how we're going to do this is it leads to the next piece. What pretty much categorizes a trainer as successful? Because guess what? Like you said, you have someone like Tatum that says, my goal is this. My goal isn't, some people say my goal may not be to just train the kid XYZ. My goal may be I have 86 kids in college. I got 86 kids in the school for free. Some say, man, my goal is to teach this kid how it correlates and translates to the real football game. Because guess what? I know some good trainers out there, bro, that don't have Power 5 kids, but they legit have a kid from every aspect and every angle that's actually playing and knows the game, that's a student of that game.
Listen, we talked into that. We talked tomato tomato. We talked that because that was the same thing. Me and Sam, me and Smooth had the same conversation when we created this platform. Right? We said. He talked about, man, I don't want to always shoot videos. I don't want to just shoot like mixtapes. I want to do some real organic stuff. Like, I really want to talk about the culture of Atlanta. I really want to talk about the city of Atlanta. I really want to talk about who doing what and how we really impacting these kids and it's facts, right? So what you're saying from that standpoint is that like we're all impacting kids. Like for me, it's never about a number count. It's never about that kid went there. Like cool. I really love this. I've organically done this and get back to Alex's piece where we can always piggyback off is when you achieve success, you don't really count what kid is here and what kid is there. You just say, hey man, I love what I'm doing every day when I wake up. And that kid is there and I organically get to pop mine and say, boy, you did good. My bad. You good, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you get to organically talk and say, like, bro, like, homie doing this thing. And the kid recognizes it. So like at the end of the day, what everybody else say, them saying like you good, they don't really matter because like organically what we talked about, the kids, right?
Developing kids should be every trainer.
That should be at the forefront of everything.
If that's your priority, it's developing the kids.
To his point, the kids will know.
Yes.
Because here's the thing, like if y'all see what I do, I can have a conversation with any kid that we've covered when they were younger till now. You know what I'm saying? To college. Yeah. Every time we see them, it's a genuine, hey, how you doing? All that stuff. Because again, I don't want anything from them at all. So, like I said, those things do matter. Now, as far as rivals and all that kind of stuff, I had to go back to this real quick. For us, we have a great relationship with everybody, right? And we have to, because for us, it's about elevating those kids to the next level. And all we're doing is handing the ball, right? So we say, hey, Killebrew's the best corner, or whoever might be J.K.'s the best corner, or Trev's the best quarterback, or Justin Fields. It's literally just a handoff, right? And all we're doing is being the best cheerleader we can be, as they get in high school.
That's being genuine. That's why organically your company and Born2Compete is going to continue to grow, flourish, and be great, man. I appreciate you for what you do.
Now let me ask this. I'm gonna jump in,
Come on,
because I felt a certain type of way about something when you said what you said with the orange hat and the glasses on and everything you got going on over there. You already went to the wrong side of the sands. I'm not gonna go there right now, black man, because I'm happy you're there. You know what I'm saying? But here's what I will say. You said football in Georgia ain't what it meant to. It's not as good as it used to be.
So you want me, myself, Simeon Kelly, the OG blesser, the originator of blessing the baby.
The rocker, right?
You can turn your hat around. You can wipe your
turn it back.
You're asking me.
Tell him again.
You got your Von Miller setup going on, man.
Tell me why, because I have my own opinion why I think it's certain thing. But go ahead.
So for me, because what he's talking about and what he's talking about, and again, like we can elaborate on this one, or I think it'll be dope to push it to the next episode of one of my biggest things is, and I got two pieces and I want to say this. You're right. I feel like me being from the state of Georgia, matter of fact, the game of football, high school, what I've been seeing lately is down. The last 2 years has been down because how I evaluated myself personally is this, right? You have so many, I'm going to explain to you. So you have so many trainers for me out here, right? Boom, I got this guy, I got that guy. So for me, I look at it, it's almost like they say comparing greatness, right? You ask yourself in certain situations, could Kobe survive in Michael Jordan's era? Could this guy survive in that era? And yeah, it's all, if we were in that situation, this and that. But sometimes, like you said, you're an evaluator. I can look at a kid and I can look in your heart and tell, can you survive in the jungle with these animals? And I ask myself, and I say this with all confidence. Okay. I look at myself and I look at the Cameroon Foundation when they had Jaden Hazelwood. I'm going to walk you through a couple players. George Pickens, Javon Baker. You had Eddie Williams. Yeah. You had 4 of the top. Matter of fact, you got one at Georgia, one at Oklahoma. All of them starting. You got one that just won the national championship that started as a freshman, and Eddie, who just had an amazing freshman.
So get to the
The point is you can't give me one. I'm just using receivers. You can't give me one receiver right now in the state of Georgia, in the country, that matches up with any 4 of those guys.
Can I have my response?
Yes.
Can I have my response?
Yes, please.
I don't have the glasses on now, though I have them, but I have a great rebuttal though.
Please, what?
The game has changed. And this is what we have to all accept.
The game became. Why you coming here? Why you coming here? What you telling me? That's cute. The game has changed, but the game has become weak.
Hey, wait.
The game has become weak.
Talk.
The game has become weak.
Here's what I'm saying. Yes, has the game become weaker? You can say that, but the game has really become more wide open. Man, right? Everybody's passing more now, 50-60% of the time. The rules have changed.
Yes,
they have changed. So you're not going to get, the same receiver you got, 10 years ago.
Being a dog doesn't change.
Christian Moss a dog. Hold on.
Let me ask you a question.
I give you the perfect one.
Being a dog.
Does Mel Blunt and Blue Gold, great for the Raiders, right? You get all that.
Yeah.
So do they make it in this era?
No.
They don't. Because you know why? Because cats have their hands in the dirt in 3-point stands. If you have a receiver in a 3-point stand, covered, come on, like the game has changed. So you gotta understand.
Give me the better one. Ty Law basically won the Super Bowl for the Patriots back in the day, right?
He ain't want us nowhere in 3.
Hey, hold on. Ty Law basically. We hold.
I don't know what's going on.
Hey, I get frustrated. Hey, I get frustrated with this piece because because my biggest thing still with that is this. And again, I get what you guys are saying because what you guys are doing is going more in depth. I'm talking to my boys from a base level. Take away from the Tyler. This is why I said, and I'll give you a good analogy, right? No. Hear what I'm saying. Cool. Hear what I'm saying. You right. The game has changed. I'll take that. Let's use basketball, right? Boom. Hear what I'm saying. Like, hey, I'm gonna look. LeBron James, certain people. Listen to what I'm saying. Okay. Yeah. Hey, that's what you think. Like, we gotta stay on this piece. Listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah, we are.
Listen, LeBron James can't listen. He can go down and he can compete in all those areas because guess what? Physically, LeBron is on another level. What I'm saying is again, y'all, I'm looking at it from a base level. I line up this physical kid, his body size with this kid's body size, and I look at 2 dogs. That kid, Moss, who you talking about, can't come close to George Pickens, can't come close to Jaden Hazelwood, and none of those kids. I'm just saying, physically, y'all ain't got that dog group. No, I love him to death, but he couldn't be on the field with them, bro. He can't be on the field.
There's not a single
kid in America. You heard what I just said.
There's not a single kid in America who won't that. It's not one.
You didn't hear what I said. Can he? Can he be on the field with that? They 4 years apart. But my point is them at that time period.
Yes. Because the nylon, we as an 8th grader, it shitted on every single kid on that bus tour. We went to Toledo, and you seen all that film. He shit on the number 1 JUCO. Jaden Hazelwood, the number 1 JUCO. Jaden Hazelwood, and they
Hold on, because he's gonna put this piece in there. Because guess what, bro? I'm gonna tell you why. Because guess what? He's gonna put this piece in there. Because I'm gonna say this. You telling me where that kid went. I'm gonna give you a good correlation to that. That's just like saying to me, your 45-year-old drunk uncle who's older than me, and I was a kid, can sit there and wrong me. No, that's an old ass drunk man. Don't you giving me that because he's 40, he's 20.
Okay,
he's
but
a JUCO player. That JUCO player.
You said Hazelwood and Pickens, right? When y'all had Hazelwood and Pickens, why y'all lost to Boone?
Because Boone.
And let him say this.
Ooh, okay. Oh, another one. No. And nothing. No. Hold on. Javon Baker, right? You say his name. Cool. I love Javon. Andre Selden from Michigan. Michigan came down here. Javon didn't catch a single ball versus Holmes. But you talking about dogs, right? Okay. I'm just saying, bro. So don't say deny I can't go in that group, bro. Because everybody have a good day and some folks might have a off day.
But he's going against trash now. For me personally, the game is watered down. That's what I say. These kids are trash now.
Hey, we out here.
Here's what I say, man.
Close us out, man.
Okay.
Close us out.
What's changed, right? So what's changed is the game has changed, which we all know that, right?
Yeah.
Like basketball has changed, right? It's just evolution. Then secondly, if you look at what's happened these days, social media has changed the kids a lot. And of course, the trips the kids want to try on the jerseys and all that kind of stuff like that, and they really ain't did nothing to earn that. You see what I'm saying? So it's just a different world, and it's the world that we have to accept. Will it ever be a physical game where you get a motherfucking teeth knocked in going across the middle? That ain't never gonna happen.
That ain't gonna be there no more.
Because the rules change.
Yeah.
Like we just get our stripes going across the middle. Yeah. Right? You come to training camp. You see what I'm saying? First play, coach will run. They run the slant. And you be like, Lord Jesus, here this thing comes.
You got that 240-pound line.
But think about it. Even with that, that's no longer there. There's no more 240-pound linebacker. You see what I'm saying? Everybody got to be able to run. So all I'm saying with all that is, the game has changed. It is what it is. This is what we're seeing now. Is what it's going to be. The game is influenced by players, trainers, all that kind of stuff, and also influenced by social media guys, influencers, and all that kind of stuff. Nobody wants to admit it. But those are facts.
Hey man, say man, it's your boy Sim, man. Hey, we want to thank my boy Quay, man, RouteMaster, man. Hey, you know what I mean, for coming on the show, popping here, man. Like I said, y'all want to follow, tell them where to follow yet, my boy. On
Instagram, RouteMaster 2. That's the only thing I'm on social media is Instagram.
Man, my boy Alex, man, from Born2Compete, the GOAT, the God, the greatest, man. Hey, man, tell them how to get at you, man. Follow you.
Hey, first off, I appreciate everybody inviting me on the show. Born2Compete, social media, all that kind of stuff. Make sure you follow Smooth, man. He's changing the game. I'm proud of him, man.
Hey man, and I'm gonna say my piece, man. Your boy Sam Kelly, man, and I appreciate my boy Justin, man. Training with Jay, you know what I mean? Young Mr. Poppin' in himself, man. And like I said, bro, we just amped up, man, to keep giving y'all boys more content, more love, more all this and everything up in it. You feel what I'm saying? Hey man,
you already know. Hey man, say man, Labros, rest of the world, man. We always gonna pop off, man. You know what it is, man. I appreciate y'all tuning into another episode of Labtalk. Episode 2, episode 3 on the way. You already know what we say, fly like a what?
Flamingo. Yes, sir.
Yes.